stories of the men who are the guardians of the law. Their motto, maintain the right. Stories of their courage. Stories of their lives filled with hazard, romance, and adventure. The RCMP story this week.
So in retrospect, when you look at this case, do you wish something else had been done?
Well, that's kind of hard to say. Well, certainly. I wish something had been different so this would not occur. But as we've said, as you can well imagine, we've had many discussions with this and on this, both internally and with the family. Just one little nuance, if that had been different, just one little thing. But how can you say what that thing is? It's a culmination of a bunch of events that if one little thing had been a little different, we wouldn't be here today.
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Merci beaucoup. Thank you for coming. The news release will be posted on the RCMP New Brunswick website shortly.
For several years, and we've been having trouble getting any convictions on them due to the fact of that the people in the area feel intimidated and are scared of these people, this group, this organized crime group, and for that reason, they haven't been approached.
The investigation was supported by police officers from different parts of this province, Criminal Intelligence Service New Brunswick, as well as support teams from Nova Scotia and Prince Edward Island.
Can't say that for sure now. Until the investigation is completed, then we'll see where it goes from there.
This surveillance video shows a man torching a camp owned by the Hopper family, who live near Salisbury, New Brunswick. Police say posting the video on YouTube is a necessary part of their investigation.
Now in the first 10 minutes we released this video on YouTube, we had at least 50 people viewing it already in the first 10 minutes. So obviously it's going to be a tool that hopefully will help us in our investigation.
Can you talk, which cow's the one with the bullet in it?
That's the one. Yeah.
And what happened there?
I shot a bullet right through the cheek, and it lodged where you see the lump. It lodged there in the lower jaw. It was reported to the RCMP.
That lump that's hanging down?
Yeah.
Is the bullet in that lump?
Most likely still in. I saw the next year there was a big sore there. And they've been gassing her and gassing her and gassing her. That's the reason why she never picks up weight again. And I'm afraid this summer when it gets real hot because of the lung damage they have, then they get under heat stress, they can't get their breath, and then some more of those animals will die.
Now, where's the cow with this one over here? It's hard to get a good shot at her. This dark cow with the white face.
Which one?
The one with the one horn down and one horn up.
Oh, that's the gray one there.
Yeah.
Bossy.
Can you explain why her horn is the way it is?
Bossy. Bossy. Hey.
See how one horn's down, one horn's up, folks?
When she was a young heifer, they were messing around with those directional energy beam and injured the horn at the butt, at the base. That caused the horn to go crooked. And right when that happened, after that, she turned aggressive too. And I've had animals, young animals, always a perfectly round spot where the hair was burnt in the summer. Hair was burnt off right on the forehead. Like they wanted to do some brain damage to the animal, and then they figure they can blame it on BSE.
Now where's the one that they lopped off its horn with a machete or something?
That's the one over there. No, yeah, that's the one there.
Yeah, and that's the one that lost the calf last week.
Yeah.
There she is. When she was young, they lopped off her horn. So it's not just...
Chopped it right off. I was looking for her, couldn't find her, and then the next day I saw her stand at the edge at the woods there underneath an apple tree. And still a day later, the blood still kept dripping down. And all kinds of acts of sabotage.
So
Drop him in the pasture, tightly wrapped.
That little fella, he wants to live. He's moving around.
Leave him.
No, but he wants to live. Yeah. He's moving around.
Tightly wrapped pieces of baler twine and dipped in a brine, in a salty solution, and then dropped along the pasture. and when an animal swallows it, because it's salty, they take it in the mouth and they swallow it, you know, lodges in their windpipe.
And you saw that too?
Yeah.
You found it inside them?
No, no. A young fellow was walking about 200 yards ahead of me, down along the pasture. And in his path I saw all those tightly wrapped balls of valence wine, dipped in salt solution.
So the cows would eat it.
They made, you know.
And you caught him.
He had a gun. I was falling after him. He just kept on walking. I didn't have a gun.
You know who it was? Don't say.
I don't know. One of the young punk. So I mean, his late teens, early 20s.
Yeah.
If the RCMP ever wants to do some investigating, they better start soon. And putting there something on YouTube about some arson, a few cases of arson, and they ignore all those arsons here through the countryside.
Tell them how many times they burnt your hay this year.
11 times arson since last summer.
And the cops say, and what do the cops say when you call?
First time when I approached an RCMP officer, don't bother me. The second time they came to my door here this spring, and my watchdog was doing what he was supposed to do, bark it, control your dog or I'm going to shoot him. I'm a senior.
And what did Constable Britt ask you?
And then a while later, a week and a half later, again when several hay bales were burned, it was being suggested to me by Officer Britt, why don't you move?
Yeah.
If I would have known that, I wouldn't have come to New Brunswick. I came here in '69 together with other German farmers because the New Brunswick government was looking for farmers to pick up where the local farmers had left off. The New Brunswick government didn't want the good farmland to go up in bushes.
And for the record,
and we have been shafted ever since.
For the record, I named my first calf after the new premier. I called it Shawnee Baby, and that's the one that died. And now his people say this is the place to be, and all I can think of is an old song when I was a kid by Bob Dylan. And
they're the biggest.
I pity the poor immigrant that wished he would have stayed home. Yo, Sgt Moe. All the trolls were wondering what you looked like, so I figured I'd give them a treat. I swear, you're the dumbest Frenchman on the planet. You got embarrassed out of Salisbury and you got a promotion. Have you been talking to Warren Macbeth lately? Better than yet, have you been talking to the Salisbury Sopranos lawyers? I think the best defense is a smashing offense. Now that the place to be has spent all that money on a courthouse to try them, I think I should kick over the apple cart. Who are you to call anybody names when you support far worse crimes like murder? Hey Mo, I look forward to meeting you in court. And I don't have to spend 10 cents. I already sent the evidence to the Sopranos lawyers. They don't do nothing. Somebody's going to get pissed. Wouldn't you say, Mo? Tell me, is one of the lawyers still Scott Agnew's wife? I bet you the Urbans will never write about it if she is. Kind of funny. I would say the Urbans and their media have a little bit to learn too. Hey, Chucky LeBon. Oh, did you notice the picture of the calf with the circle in the forehead and then Werner talk about something? That's very interesting evidence. Toodaloo.